what's the right time of year to plant tomatoes if you want to grow them indoors in the winter? So it's a beautiful warm fall day now, but we have had frosts and we are all done growing tomatoes outside. And so it's time to start thinking about indoor growing. Now, the tomatoes that you can grow indoors are largely your mini and dwarf varieties. I have Tiny Tim tomato seeds here, and that's what I'm going to be planting today. Now, timing that is both easier and harder. You don't need to worry about when your first or last frost date is because you're growing them inside. All you really need to worry about is when you want your tomatoes. So a lot of the mini and dwarf varieties run around 60 days to maturity. So keeping that in mind, think, okay, I want tomatoes by January 1st, then I need to be getting them in November 1st, which today happens to be exactly. So that's my timing. But the beauty of this is you can do this whenever you think about it. If it gets to be January and you're sick and tired of not having tomatoes and decide you want to grow some, yes, you're going to have to wait a little bit to get them, you know, to be able to be picking and eating them. But hey, any time gained is good time gained. So, you know, it can be on your time. You just really need to, if you want them for a specific time, kind of count back those days to maturity and plan then. If you're trying for a consistent tomato crop, that means probably you're actually starting while you're still gardening outside, while you still have things in the ground, so that you can use those last couple months of summer growing and have these ready to take over when the summer is done. You know, again, you have some leeway there. Even if you grew tomatoes in summer and you did get frost, you still probably have enough left to hold you over for a little while. Now, a little bit about how I'm going to plant them. I've got a 4-cell pack here. I did put potting soil in it. Usually when I start things from seed, I will start them in seedling mix and then pot up later. These I'm going to treat a little differently. This is not the pot that they're going to stay in. They will go into a terracotta 4 to 6 inch pot after, and that's where they'll grow to maturity. They don't get very big. They don't need larger than a 6-inch pot. You could go up to a gallon size, which might get you a little bit better yield, but 6 inches, you're still going to get a lot out of these. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 in each cell, and I'm just going to kind of poke those down about 1/2 inch, cover them over, and then when I'm done with this video, I'm going to just take this inside and I'll water it. After I water it, I will put a cover on it while it germinates, put it in a nice warm spot, you know, the more towards, say, over 70, 75, even a little warmer for germination is great. A lot of times I will take like a second tray like this and just flip it over the top until it germinates, because it doesn't need light yet, and that helps keep the moisture in, gives it the dark that it likes for germinating. Then as soon as they're up, this comes off. They go in a sunny windowsill, and in my house, because I don't have great full-time sunlight in any one window for 6 to 8 hours, and I don't feel like it's enough, I will usually add a grow light. Just a simple, I have a clip lamp that clips right above the shelf. That'll go right on. You see I'm poking another couple in here, and that's because my seed is old. I actually think I'm going to probably have low germination because these tomato seeds have been around for a few years. I'm just hedging my bets. I'm not going to grow 3 in each of these cells. When they come up, the strongest one I'll leave, and I'll pinch off the other 2. And then after they're about 2 inches tall, those will get up potted into, again, that 6-inch pot. So that's it. The biggest thing with timing for indoor tomatoes, you have that luxury of not having to plan to squeeze it into certain timing in your season. So that's nice flexibility. Really, the only determining factor is when you want them, and from there it's counting back days to maturity to get it on the time that you want.